So once you finish up with the 1 point perspective practices, you're ready to set up your final paper. I'm going to have everybody set up their final paper the same way, and then if you want to do it differently, you can. However, in the past when I've let kids set it up however they want, they usually end up wanting to go back to this way. So I'm going to have you guys set it up all the same again, and then if you want to change it after that, you can get another piece of drawing paper and set it up differently. You're going to get a piece of paper that looks like this, and it has the guidelines on it. I know it's kind of hard to see on this screen, but you guys will be able to see this at your table. And I'm going to walk you through this step by step. So you can pause the video whenever you need to. So the first thing that we're going to do is you're going to take your ruler and you're going to lay it along the bottom edge of your paper. And we're working horizontally, so our paper is wider than it is tall. So I'm going to lay my ruler along the bottom of the paper. It can be a metal ruler or it can be a wooden ruler. Either one is fine. I'm going to draw a little bit darker just so it shows up on the screen. So I'm going to use an ebony pencil. You guys just use your regular pencils. And draw this line light because you're going to be erasing part of it. Okay, so again, right here it says, draw a light line by tracing your ruler on the bottom of the page. So we're just following that direction right there. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to place our vanishing point. So it's 2 fingers from the top and 6 inches from the side. So this is a 12-inch wide piece of paper. So I'm going to measure 6 inches from the side. Okay, here's my 6-inch mark right here and 2 fingers down. So everybody's will be a little bit different. Okay, so right on that mark right here, I'm going to make my vanishing point. I don't need to make a huge circle. I just need to make a little dot right there. Okay, we're going to go back down to the bottom. And the next set says 4 finger widths from the side. We're going to place a dot. And then 1 finger width from that, we're going to place another dot. So I'm just going to lay my hand down on this side. That's 4 finger widths. I'm going to make a dot. Okay, and then 1 finger width from there, I'm going to make a dot. I'm going to do the same thing on the right side. 4 finger widths, make a dot. 1 finger width from there, make a dot. We're going to connect these 2 dots on either side with our vanishing point. So I just draw the line down. I'm going to connect my next point to the vanishing point. And this is going to be our sidewalk, or the beginning of our sidewalk. Okay. Now, because this is the road, this is the area that we're going to end up erasing. That's why you don't want to draw really, really dark to start off with. Okay, so I have the middle erased. Now I need to add the bottom part of my sidewalk. So I'm going to lay my ruler down, making sure it's parallel with the bottom of the sidewalk. It's about 1 finger width. Now, because I erased the line in the road, I of course would not draw that in on my sidewalk. I'm just going to draw it in on the right side and on the left side. Now we should remember from instruction how to draw in the sidewalk lines, but here's a review. If you're drawing in the lines down here, you need to use your vanishing point. So I have my ruler rotating on my vanishing point, and I'm going to divide my sidewalk. Always going towards the vanishing point. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on the left side. Now the sidewalk lines right here, they're going to be horizontal. So I can just lay my ruler down and I can get both sides at the same time. And I just shift it up. And I continue this until I've filled in the entire sidewalk. Okay, so I'm skipping ahead. I finished up putting all my horizontal lines in here. And then to add a curb, I don't think we went through this with our practices, but to add a curb, it's really simple. I'm just going to draw one little tiny line down. It's going to be vertical. And I'm going to match that up with my vanishing point. So it creates a 3D curve on there. And then I'm just going to draw the line in down here. And I can do that on both sides. So again, it's a vertical line off the corner of your sidewalk. Connect that to your vanishing point. And then draw a horizontal line on the bottom. And that makes your curb pop out. Okay. Now, once you have the sidewalk set up, the requirements for this assignment is to fill the left side with buildings and to fill the right side with buildings. So sometimes it's hard to get started. You're going, okay, well, where do I start the first building? Okay, so there's a couple different options. I like to just start right on the corner. And you can either start your building right at the corner. And remember, we always start off with horizontal and vertical lines unless you're doing a steeple roof. So I can start my building right here. And then I can connect it to my vanishing point and chop it wherever I need to. And decide where I want to chop my building. Now, the larger your building is, the more detail you need to have. So if you're trying to just fill the space with large buildings, it's going to be the same amount of work because you're going to have to put a lot of details on the inside. Okay, another option for starting your building is to have it come off of the sidewalk. So I could start right here. So I'm not right on the sidewalk. Again, I always start with horizontal and vertical shapes. Connect it to my vanishing point. So this should all be a review from our practice. Okay, so is it leaves an area if you want to have a walkway. So if I want to add a little floor mat in front of the door, I can do that. I have my door here. I can add space in front. You can put flower pots, you can put a little yard in between. It's kind of up to you what you guys do with your city setup. So again, here's the example. I'm going to zoom in. Let me focus a little. So with this one, I did it off of the sidewalk. So I had the floor mat and I had some space. I put a little brick patio coming out over here. This building on this side is right on the corner, but you can also add, say, a yard or a fenced area behind it. I did the garden back there. So if you guys want to look at this example, it'll be up at the front desk with the teacher, and you guys can check out if you need some ideas. I also have little examples, little mini cities that will be available for you guys, so you're not trying to completely come up with this on your own, okay? So again, if you decide that you don't like the way that this is set up and you want to set it up differently, that's fine. Just check with the teacher, talk about what you want to do, and grab another piece of free draw paper. Or not free draw, I'm sorry, another piece of final 9 by 12 drawing paper.